Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of March 28th. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Cancer. Now, I will be back with my deck of cards that I usually use, the Gilded Tarot, but I felt like doing the Rider-Waite Tarot for this week, and it also just looks better on this wood background. So let me make sure everything's in view here. Let me get everything set up, and then we'll get right into it for you, Cancer. All right. That looks good enough to me. We'll go ahead and put this right here, and let's go ahead and get into it. So Cancer, you've reached the end of some type of journey here. For some of you, this may be in love. Some of you are really, for some of you here, there's going to be an important decision to make in love in the future. This seems pretty love heavy, I will say, even though we have pentacles, we have wands, we have swords. But the thing is, you're getting all of these interesting love cards within each suit. Now, for some of you here, there could be an important choice that you have to make in terms of your financial situation, not necessarily career energy. I'm not necessarily feeling a whole lot of career energy. I feel like there's something to do with finances here that's going to be important for you in this week. I'll get into why I feel that way as we go along. But in your overall message here, in your current situation, you have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is you reaching the end of your journey. You've taken something as far as you can when you get the Ten of Wands. And this says that there may be more work to go, but it says that there may be more work to go, but you've kind of reached the end, right? You've kind of reached the end. You've kind of done what you can right now. And while there is some more things to do in the future, right now you've done what you can. And this may, along with that, it may feel like a burden. For those reasons, it may feel like a burden, because it's like when you know you're doing whatever it is that you can, and you also have more things to do, that's when the burden energy comes in. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, for some of you here, this could represent that. Now, what I would like to say is that each one of these wands that this person is carrying represents knowledge gained or experience earned along the way. And so it does say that you know what you're doing. It does say that you have experience. It does say that you have time in whatever it is that you're doing. Time in the market, time in the career, time in the relationship. Whatever the case is, you are experienced at this point when you get the Ten of Wands. So I'll be interested to see what we get as we clarify, as we go along. Now, in the past, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles is this message here. Some of you have been spending time really accumulating resources, stacking money with the Queen of Pentacles. They're very focused and interested in financial independence. They're very interested in setting themselves up for success financially when you get the Queen of Pentacles. And so for some of you, you may have been accumulating money or something like that for some time now. But the Queen of Pentacles, it also talks about making the practical choices in your life. Maybe not spending as much as you need to spend or something along those lines. Or, maybe just being very careful about how you spend your money. The Four of Wands is somebody who is sort of, this is about stability, right? This is about foundations and achievements. The Four of Wands is the major marriage card. Or one of the major marriage cards in the tarot, other than like the Hierophant. And so when you get this Four of Wands energy here, this is what I'm talking about. So for some of you, it's about the accumulation of resources, making those practical choices. For others of you, there's something here around marriage. There's something here around a commitment with another person that's coming forward with the Four of Wands. It really depends on what camp you're in. And I feel like, particularly if you are here for relationship, it's almost like for some of you, it's like you're really wanting to know what the other person feels about you, something along those lines. Like if you've been seeing someone for some time, I feel like for some of you, you're wanting to get like information, or you're wanting to like know how this other person feels about you. In the future, you have this Lovers card and the Two of Swords. So this is kind of what I'm saying about you wanting to know. The Lovers represents an important choice to make in love or in life. So for many of you, I feel like this is about relationships. The Two of Swords is somebody who's blindfolded. They don't have all the facts. They're not able to see the road ahead. And you know, the Two of Swords says that there's potentially some interference going on here, some mental interference. So with that, it's like for some of you here, you're really wanting to know what's going on as the Lovers situation is sort of also being brought forward here in this reading in the future. And I feel like you're maybe even going to have like a deep conversation with someone, asking them, you know, where should we go from here? For some of you, it's almost like I feel like some of you are waiting for a marriage proposal, or for some of you, you may be waiting for a long-term commitment from this person. I know I feel like I've said that over and over again, but it just keeps coming in, because with this Ten of Wands in the middle, you've reached the end of like being like you've reached the end of the sort of introductory phase of being in a relationship with this person, and you're now wanting to see what is next. So for you, you feel like there's more. Now, if you're here for career, or if you're here for finance, because I don't see a whole lot of career, we'll see what comes forward. We'll see what comes forward as we go along. But if you're here for finance, it's like for some of you, there's this important choice around maybe making a purchase, probably in real estate, but it could be in something else. But it's like the facts aren't all there yet. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this. So you have the Page of Cups, there it is. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Hierophant, wow. And you have the Knight of Swords. So I keep saying wow because this is one of these readings here where the clarifications are literally picking up right with the, they're picking up with the cards we've just been reading. So the Page of Cups here, you know, this represents a love interest, right? This represents a romantic offer, a love offer, anything like that. This is somebody who, this is like crush energy, right? Somebody who you know, like you have a crush on, or they have a crush on you, anything like that. But it also is a proposal. This is a proposal, especially when it's with the Four of Wands. So, you know, along with that, you have this Hierophant here, which is the other major marriage card. So you have the Four of Wands, you have the Hierophant, both cards indicate marriage. The Four of Wands is, or excuse me, the Hierophant is anything in your life that is traditional. This could be a traditional job. This could be anything in your life that's traditional. You know, maybe, you know, you get like Pope vibes. This person on the card is a Pope as well. So like church is a traditional thing. Actually, marriage is a traditional construct. But yeah, so it's those types of energies. It can also represent the place that you work or the organization that you're a part of. But for many of you here, this is around finally getting a deeper understanding of whether or not you're going to be with the person you've been with for a longer time, for a longer period of time. You're going to have that conversation for many of you here in the future. Will this lead to marriage? It could. It absolutely could. Will you get married tomorrow? I don't know, probably not, because you have the Knight of Swords with it as well, which the Knight of Swords warns you to not be impulsive. And so it's almost like for some of you, I know this has turned into a love reading now, but for some of you, you know, for some of you, it's like you want that perfect sweet spot of like, okay, I want to know that we're going to be together for a while, but I also am not ready to get married type of deal. I feel like, I don't know, this is a very specific message, but this is what's coming forward. I know that somebody probably will resonate with this. You also have the Eight of Pentacles, which is dedication. And so some of you are looking for commitment, dedication with another person. I keep saying the same thing. Now, for those of you who are in finance, remember I've talked about how you've been accumulating resources, stacking money, whatever the case may be, to potentially make a purchase, in like an investment purchase, which is probably going to be a home, but it could also be something else, like maybe stocks. Your ability to accumulate resources is because of some sort of talent or skill or ability that you have here with the Eight of Pentacles. You may even get word that there's new money available through your job. If you work for somebody, there may be even new money available like through a higher paying role within the same organization, or there may be like a raise available, something like that, like a promotion or something like that available. Let's see what else we have. Let's go up the pyramid here. So you have the Five of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. You won't be waiting too long. Whatever situation you find yourself in, you won't be waiting too long, because the Eight of Wands represents some sort of swift event, some sort of swift communication coming in. This is a quick moving event or swift communication that leads to good news, okay? The Eight of Wands in particular is the feeling of accelerated motion. It's the feeling of getting unstuck. It's a breakthrough. It's moving forward. It's clarity. It's a breath of fresh air. It's that like, moment. That's what the Eight of Wands is, right? It's like, finally, I know exactly where I can go, and it's happening quickly. It's that type of energy when you get the Eight of Wands. So it's a really nice card to find for you, because in this reading, we've been talking about how some of you are looking for like literally a marriage proposal or a deeper level commitment from somebody, or you've been waiting for a financial situation to come in where you can invest your money, I feel like. And here is where the Knight of Pentacles is also prominent for you, because the Knight of Pentacles represents the arrival of a financial event. You can see this person's coming kind of on their horse. They're offering their pentacle out to you or to someone and saying, listen, you've worked hard for this, Cancer. This is about your dedication and your hard work paying off. Something finally coming forward after having put a lot of time and research and effort into something. The past has been a bit of a conflict. There has been conflicts in the past. It may have even felt like a struggle. Something may have even felt like a struggle in the past for some of you here with this Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands at the base of the pyramid. But it's almost like you've reached the end of the road on something. You've reached the end of the road on something here, which for some of you, it may mean the end of struggling. For others of you, it may mean the end of, not knowing what's going on in a relationship. Let's go ahead and see what else is going on here. You have the Death card, and you have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the Death card is transformation, major transformation. Some of you have undergone a deep change in your life. The Death card doesn't actually bring literal death and dying. The Death card is Scorpio energy, okay? It is going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's you coming out on the other side of something, a completely different person. That's exactly what the Death card is. And so there have been major transformations here in your life. It's almost like something happened where you knew when it happened, things were going to change. And you knew this was going to be a deep change. The Four of Pentacles here, again, is you stacking resources. So it depends on what message you're kind of falling under in this reading. But you can see this person's holding onto their pentacles tightly, right? They don't want to lose their money. But it's almost like for some of you here, there's an investment coming in that might require you to do that. I feel like it's a home. I don't have my normal home cards, but Knight of Pentacles can certainly be associated with land and nature, but it can also be associated with land. So yeah, that could certainly be on the horizon for some of you. Let's see what we have at the top of the pyramid. Three of Cups. Love that energy. Love that at the top of the pyramid for you, because the Three of Cups indicates that you will be celebrating here in the future. You will be throwing your cups in the air. You may even go out, have a good time, do whatever. And this represents some type of happiness coming into your life finally. Let's take a look at what is on the bottom. Yeah, you have the Empress. That's major abundance. The Empress is the most abundant card in the tarot. This is also Venus energy. Venus is the planet of luxury and beauty, but it's also the planet of wealth and abundance and the finer things in life. And so the Empress is a major card to find if you're looking to, this is a card of resourcefulness, right? It's a card of fertility and having not only all the resources you need, but an abundance of the resources you need. So for some of you, this is about finally making a big purchase. And for others of you, this is about finally getting commitment from somebody. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.